Welcome back. We're building a global leadership structure for a brand that's positioned to be one of the world's largest, and in part 2, we'll now show those who qualify how they can be a part of creating wealth based on this unique technology. Now, there are 2 important criteria for success that need to be in place for that to happen. Number 1, and the most obvious one, is you need to have a good product. We've already talked about that in part 1. Number 2 is you need motivated leaders. History's shown us that strong leaders can change a whole industry, sometimes even the whole world. The world as a whole and the way we do business is changing quickly, and thriving in this new world requires a new way of thinking. It's a new kind of leadership. We need to rediscover our entrepreneurial instincts. All human beings are born entrepreneurs, not because we're made to start up companies, but because the desire to create our own life is encoded in our human DNA. But we have it within ourselves to take control of our own lives. The employer-employee relationship's over, and traditional job security's history. Many people have already adapted to these conditions, and if you ask, many people will tell you they would prefer to create their own career rather than be an employee and be dependent on someone else. Because we've heard it so many times, forces like globalization and technology may seem overhyped to you, but their long-term effects are actually underhyped. See, the previous century was about the globalization of companies, and we believe this century is going to be about the globalization of you. The gap between people who hold on to the old way of thinking and those who accept the new rules is only getting bigger. Traditional corporate structure was created to make money for the company. We use an innovative business structure so you can use your entrepreneurial potential to make money for yourself. Nu Skin takes care of the back-end infrastructure of manufacturing, research, storage, and distribution of products. We choose to partner with them because their innovative business model outsources the responsibility for introducing and building the brand for those products to people like you and me. They also provide an extremely generous compensation plan for building the necessary leadership structures to accomplish this. An important element to growing a global company is to have strong local leadership, and this is where your insight and your network are of great value. What you do with them is up to you. Our role is to identify people who qualify to be involved in building the leadership structure and sort out the people who only want to be customers. Building strong leadership requires more than just being a customer. The difference is in the motivation one has in partnering with Nu Skin. Leaders driven by enthusiasm and energy can use this business model to change and improve lives by identifying others who are also motivated to do the same. Doing this successfully is based on the principle of mutually beneficial relationships. Reciprocal relationships that benefit everyone involved allow you to create something that's much bigger than what you can create or manage by yourself. And it boils down to how are you able to interact with other people and bring them value. Adding value by sharing this opportunity can be very profitable. The most important question is why you would choose this business. What does your ideal life look like to you? Have you ever really thought about it? And what are you willing to do to get it? First, take some time to create a vision, a master plan, if you will, of what your life will look like when you've built up your income to the level you want. I mean, do you want to travel more, spend more time with your family, work to help other people, or maybe invest in new projects? In short, make a plan of what you want to do less of and what you'd like to be able to do more of. Look, to be successful at this, or anything, you have to be willing to work the same way you are when you're employed. The big difference is that you not only get paid for your own efforts, but for the combined efforts of the entire team. Our partner, Nu Skin, is doing its job in delivering products that consumers want and are willing to pay for. I mean, do you know anyone that isn't aging? It's basically a 100% market, right? Smart entrepreneurs are making the effort now and positioning themselves in front of what's expected to be tremendous growth over the years to come. We're working with people that have been incredibly successful in doing this and really never need to work again, but they don't want to miss the excitement of what's happening now. They also take great pleasure in sharing their experience and seeing others succeed. Two of them, John and Giselle Sexsmith, have started an entrepreneurial school called Global Partners Network. GPN is based on the principles necessary to create long-term success: contribution, excellence, and recognition. And to create a successful environment where you and everyone around you can benefit, it's important to start with the right attitudes. You're a born entrepreneur, which means you have to take responsibility for your own performance and set goals. You have to be coachable. I'm sure you know people who think they know everything and have nothing to learn, but it doesn't work here. And finally, you must be willing to learn, have the capacity to work hard, and be willing to help others succeed. Surprisingly, many people think too small at first. We've been conditioned to shrink our dreams down to fit inside our means, rather than just creating the means to live out the dreams we have. GPN consists of people who are not afraid to think big and think that it's possible together that we can build this up to become the world's biggest brand. What about you? Are you up for the challenge of taking control of your life and deciding how you're going to live it? If you are, then let's get to work. It's possible to live an accelerated lifestyle and over the next couple of years accomplish more than most people can achieve in their entire lifetime. GPN can give you the tools you need to accomplish it. The rest is really up to the entrepreneur in you. We thank you and we wish you the very best of luck.